Yes, we are, James. Thanks very much. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and Tony Flippin is sitting in with us, at least for the first part of this game. You've had quite a journey the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, been quite a 2 weeks. I pulled the hospital bed up here to the bench. I'm thinking anytime I can be out here will help me heal, because I'm not going to think about it.
Without a doubt. So I'm okay in saying you've had a knee replacement.
Knee replacement.
I'm sure a lot of people know that. Yeah. So you're doing well to be back out here. But
I feel good about it, but then I didn't prepare, and then today is my son's birthday, so I've got to go to a meeting or a party with him at 6:30. So I'm going to be in and out and just yapping a little bit.
Well,
I'm so glad to be here.
Well, that's great. We're glad to have you. Missed you the last 2 football games for sure. Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball brought to you by BT Medical, Sulphur Springs Dodge, Hooten's Hardware, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Alliance Bank, and the University Interscholastic League. The Lady Cats tonight are playing the Brook Hill Guard, which is a private school out of Bullard, a TAPS school, Texas Association of Parochial and Private Schools. They are 9-3. This is not going to be an easy contest by any means for the Lady Cats. Brook Hill beat Brownsboro 34-28, and that's the one common opponent that these two teams have. Sulphur Springs beat Brownsboro by an even lower score. Sounds like a football game, 24-17. Brook Hill beat Pittsburgh out of Sulphur Springs District 53-42, and they beat Bullard in their own town 40-28. Again, they're 9-3. They are coached by Jeremy Hubbard. Very interesting team. They have players from the Netherlands, from Poland, from all over the world that have come to Brook Hill School in Bullard. And it's going to be an interesting game here tonight. Tony, Lady Cats are shorthanded, not sure exactly why, but Cody Rowland and Trinity Jefferson, 2 of the top seniors, are not going to be available for the Lady Cats tonight, and that makes this assignment even tougher against a very good Brook Hill team.
I saw one lady up there on crutches, and I don't know if that's one of them or not. I have to get reacquainted with them this year, but I don't know if that's part of it or not.
Okay, yeah, we need to check into that. Of course, Brian Jones, head coach of the Lady Cats, and I tell you, we're kind of doing this somewhat on the fly. Friday night, we were still all in on football and hoping to be still in on football this week. But when the Wildcats lost the other night to Alvarado, and that was a great game, 42-39, we decided that we would definitely do this game here tonight, the Lady Cats game. And by the way, this is a doubleheader because the boys are playing after the Lady Cats. I think this is the only time this year that we have the girls and the boys both playing at home. And the boys will be going up against also a very tough opponent, Liberty Ilo, this evening. Liberty Ilo is 4-0. And you would expect that they probably have some athletes.
They'll be fast. This floor will get a test tonight in that game.
You would think Liberty Ilo still would have some of their top players playing football, and they may. But they've been plenty stout as it is so far. But we'll have that game for you as well. So Lady Cats and Wildcats basketball for you tonight on KSST. And by the way, we are streaming also on YouTube this evening, and we are about to have our national anthem from Wildcat Jam. Lady Cats basketball on KSST for the first time in the 24-25 season. Lady Cats finished 27-10 last year. They went 8-2 in district play, lost to Van in bi-district 54-43, and I didn't write the score down. I should have, but Tony, I thought it was a great sign that Lady Cats opened up the regular season against Van and beat them pretty handily too. So last year we had at least one freshman and sophomore, so everybody's a year up with experience, and so hopefully this year they'll just be even a little more solid. I'm looking forward to them. Yeah, we talked about how young that team was last year. Well, they're not so young anymore. A lot of those girls that were sophomores and juniors are now juniors and seniors, and so it is an experienced Sulphur Springs Lady Cat team. And we're having player introductions right now. So Aaliyah Cheatham will be starting tonight for the Lady Cats, the senior. Also Kaylee Carter. This is Riley Ivory, I believe, a freshman, Tony. There's
number 12, maybe?
Yeah, because she has very long hair down the back, and this is something that sometimes we struggle with. Rainey Johnson, the junior, and Cammie Schock, who is now a sophomore. Cammie Schock had a great freshman season last year for the Lady Cats.
I tell you what, if we're missing two people, I like the five that we put out on the floor right to start with. So this could be a good year.
So as we understand it, and I believe I do see Cody Rowland on the bench over there, but
I think that's who that was on stitches.
Okay, so we'll have to check on that, and we're not sure why Trinity Jefferson might not be able to play tonight. But two stalwarts that the Lady Cats would certainly like to have on the floor. But they will be back, we know, in time. But this is a pretty stout opponent that they're up against, the Brook Hill Guard, and they wear orange uniforms with black numerals and black trim. Lady Cats in their home white with the royal blue numbers outlined in gold. Lady Cats on the road at the Winsboro tournament coming up this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. They play Natchez at 3:40 p.m. on Thursday. So it looks like it's Rainey Johnson that's going to be jumping, and we're just going to have to do the best we can on these Brook Hill players. India Williams is also in the center circle for Brook Hill, and the Lady Cats control the tap. So Sulphur Springs on offense, moving from right to left. Cheatham in the corner. Rainey Johnson down low. Cammie Schock over on the left side. Now this is the freshman putting up a shot from the top of the key. No good. And that is Riley Ivory. Lady Cats retain possession of the ball. Riley Ivory.
She didn't hesitate to take the shot for a freshman. Well, that's a good thing.
And Cammie Schock driving inside, and she is fouled.
We made a lot of passes so far on this first time, and I like that's going to be the key is going to be turnovers.
Inbounds, and Schock with the three-pointer from the top of the key, no good. Loose ball on the floor, and the rebound goes to Brook Hill, and they come up the floor for the first time. Nice pass, and here is the score by
33.
Zuzia Majcik. From Poland. 2-0 Brook Hill. Just underway. Riley Ivory, that's a new name we're going to have to learn for the Lady Cats. And if she's a freshman and playing on the varsity and starting on the varsity, you know she's pretty darn good. Rainey Johnson with a pass down low for Cammie Schock, but it won't go down. The shot off the glass, and Brook Hill into the front court, moving the basketball very efficiently. Lady Cats on a man-to-man defense. Brook Hill leading 2-0 on the Wildcats, Lady Cats home floor from the corner. Shot no good. And the rebound by Cammie Schock, and here's a foul.
Number 10, Brook Hill. Nice defensive rotation down here by the Lady Cats, and intense. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Savannah Onley with the foul for Brook Hill. The guard leading 2-0 with 6:24 left to go in the first period. Cammie Schock on the left side, and they go to Riley Ivory, Now they swing it around. We're broadcasting from the baseline here, so our view is somewhat obscured. Cammie Schock misses a layup, and the rebound goes to Brook Hill. They come back up the floor with that 2-0 lead. Bounce pass is taken away by Kylie Carter, or
Kara.
That's Kaylee Carter,
Kaylee,
number 4.
I'm sorry.
We have Kaylee Carter, and we have Kyra Carter.
4 and 5.
Ivory with the ball on the left side of the key to Schock. Schock holding the ball here, and it's a zone defense that the Lady Cats are looking at here against Brook Hill. And Kaylee driving inside has the ball knocked away, and down the floor on the break, Brook Hill. And basket by Mychek, Zusha Mychek, to make it 4-0. Brook Hill on top.
Just a bad pass out on top. And like I said, turnover is going to be the key all year long.
Cammie Schock on the low post out to Rainey Johnson. Now to
There we go. 3.
Kaylee Carter, 3-pointer. First bucket of the night for the Lady Cats. And here we have a zone trap near midcourt for Sulphur Springs. Ball knocked loose. And
still coming this way.
It'll be an inbounds play on the near side here for Brook Hill. 4-3, Brook Hill leading.
Had a great trap right after they got across the half-court line and did it without fouling and knocked that. Nearly came up with a turnover.
That's characteristic of Brian Jones' teams.
Mm-hmm.
Replacements for Sulphur Springs. Looks like Kyra Carter is in the ballgame of the Carter twins. So we have both girls on the floor right now, Kaylee and Kyra. Here is a shot from the left side of the circle, left side of the key.
It's going to be on Kyra, I believe. Yep.
Kyra Carter, the foul. It's her first, and that is the first Lady Cat.
Yep.
Yeah, Lady Cat foul, and this is a shooting foul. 2-shot foul, and the first shot is no good.
Number 20 on the line.
Vanoost, whose parents are from Panama and the Netherlands. Second shot. Also no good off the back heel. Rebound on the floor to Kaylee Carter, but there's a traveling call here.
I thought they were going to get 20 for a foul. So
Vanoost misses the 2 free throws. Inbounds play on the baseline underneath the guard basket. 4-3. Brook Hill leads. They get it in. Here's a jumper from about 12 feet off the iron, no good, and the rebound goes to Cammie Schock for Sulphur Springs, and she's a good ball handler. Even though she's very tall, she brings it up the floor. From the corner, Kaylee Carter misses, but the rebound for Sulphur Springs, and now we've got Kaylee Carter, was it not?
I believe so.
And that was her second 3 of the first quarter. If that's the case, the Lady Cats take a 6-4 lead.
Yep. 6-4. Had a big rebound by number 3 for the Lady Cats. She got in there.
That's Cheatham, Aaliyah Cheatham.
Aaliyah Cheatham. I apologize for not knowing the names and numbers yet, but I got nothing in front of me.
Kyra Carter comes up with a rebound on a missed shot for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats into the front court, leading 6-4. 3:46 to go in the first period from Wildcat Gym. Kaylee Carter in and out from three-point territory once again, and they chase it down in the corner, and the guard come up with the rebound, coming down the floor, and up with the shot is Zush Mychek.
Shooting foul on Kyrie.
Zusha Mychek. Kyra, did you say?
Kyra, number 5.
So that's her second foul.
Trying to draw a charge, and then the girl got around her, and she just leaned in just enough she couldn't sell it.
Mychek misses the first of 2 free throws here. Mychek from Poland. And the shot off the iron, no good. Their free throw shooting has not been good so far. Yep. Rebound, Cammie Schock. 6-4, Sulphur Springs on top. Schock has the ball knocked away as she brings it up. And it's underneath to Aaliyah Cheatham. Banker off the glass is good.
Great job. Ball kind of got away from 33 and went to her, and Aaliyah took it up strong.
And a great feed by Cammie Schock. Now back down the floor. India Williams is fouled for Brook Hill.
Cammie's going to get that when she tried to come up from behind, and then the shooter went back a little and forced the contact. So we'll see if the free throw shooting can continue.
And the shot is good. This one is by
24.
India Williams.
That looked like pretty good shooting for him there. We might not want to foul her much.
Williams, 5'11", tall young lady. Second shot off the front of the iron, no good, and rebounded by Aaliyah Cheatham.
So it looks like Cammie's going to be the ball handler from the get-go. She has taken it down more times than not.
8-5, Sulphur Springs leading. From the corner, shot is long and no good, and our view is obscured in the corner there. Cammie Schock with the three-pointer, and the sophomore nails it.
That's it. I like the ball handler.
That is three three-pointers in the first period for Sulphur Springs, and they lead 11-5. 2:40 to go first period. Brook Hill in the front court. And we have a traveling call against Brook Hill.
All right. That's just good defense. The ladies are really going out. They're rotating well. They're getting aggressive but not causing fouls. We got 3. That's good for this time in the quarter.
Riley Ivory, the freshman, back in there. Cammie Schock will inbound to her. And it's knocked away by one of the Brook Hill players. And Cammie Schock will have another inbound on the baseline, not on the baseline, but on the sideline in front of us here. And she gets it in to Riley Ivory. Wildcat still, Lady Cat still working in the back court. And that 10-second clock is counting against them. Cammie Schock
got it knocked out of bounds and saved them.
I was going to say, saved them the 10-second call.
We wouldn't have got there. Brian Jones was right in the referee's hip running with him. He'd have called timeout. We weren't going to turn it over.
Cammie Schock again, the inbounds to Ivory. Ivory in the backcourt to Cammie Schock, and she brings it across the midcourt line on the left side of the floor. Cammie Schock on the right-hand dribble to Ivory. Ivory, drive it inside, has it taken away. Here come the Brook Hill guard up the floor into the paint, and a layup shot no good, and Aaliyah Cheatham the rebound for Sulphur Springs. Kaylee Carter now gets the outlet pass, and Brook Hill drops back on defense.
Aaliyah is dominating in the paint down here on points and the defense. She's really grabbing those rebounds. That's what you got to have, somebody that wants the ball.
11-5, Wildcats lead, and here is a three-pointer by Kaylee Carter. That is his third off the first quarter.
And a steal, and she got a 2. 5-point trip and a timeout now. What action? I wish we could see it. But
and the second basket was also by Kaylee.
Kaylee got 3 and the 2, I believe.
16-5, Lady Cats lead. This is Wildcats, Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Wildcats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats lead it 16-5. Brook Hill got out to a 4-0 lead, Tony, but it's been all Lady Cats since then.
Lady Cats are very aggressive, but they're aggressive under control. That's a big deal there. They hadn't.
Lost our audio there for a moment. And Brook Hill working in the front court. Ball knocked away.
We got it.
And now Ivory gets it for Sulphur Springs. 16-5. Lady Cats lead with the ball in the front court. Cammie Schock on the left side of the circle. Brook Hill has shifted to a man-to-man defense here. Schock moving to her right, spins, lays one up, no good off the iron. And here comes Brook Hill. Down the floor they go, and they miss the layup shot. Cammie Schock the rebound for Sulphur Springs. To Kyra Carter on the near side. And ball knocked out of bounds off the hands of one of the Brook Hill players. Cammie Schock will inbound for Sulphur Springs. Less than a minute to go in the first period.
Let's see if they can hold it for one shot. I doubt it. Not very many hold it that long, but that's what I'd do right here. 43
seconds showing on the clock. Ivory on the dribble for Sulphur Springs, the freshman, to Cammie Schock, the sophomore. Top of the circle, has it knocked away, picked up by Ivory. Ivory driving, bounce pass for Cheatham. Kick it back outside to Kaylee Carter, and she misses from three-point territory.
That looked good all the way up there, just a little wide.
Rebound Brook Hill. And a foul. Looks like it's going to be a 2-shot foul against the Lady Cats. Kaylee Carter, and that will be her first. 4 team fouls against the Lady Cats now. 2-shot situation. And the first shot by Savannah Onley is missed.
Still not hurting us on the points, but it will hurt us in the long run if we keep fouling.
They only have one.
Be careful.
Yeah, only one free throw so far, and she misses both here. This is a 9-3 Brook Hill team. They do get the offensive rebound though on the missed shot. And another offensive rebound, and up with the shot, and partially blocked there by one of the Lady Cats.
That's Cammie got it.
India Williams with the shot.
Real good, like I say, good and aggressive, but they're standing straight up and not reaching.
3 seconds on the clock, and the buzzer. And that is the end of the first quarter. Shot would not have counted, but it was off the back iron. 16-5, Lady Cats with a great first quarter against a very good Brook Hill team. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Very excited to have Tony Flippin back with us tonight.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Yeah, well,
I've been cooped up in that cabin fever for 2 weeks.
I can't imagine.
Every chance I get, I'm out here.
Well, we sure could have used those last 2 football games, 2 great games, Tony. I know you followed them closely.
I did. That was a shame.
16-5, the Lady Cats. And Brook Hill has the basketball in the front court. High post, and the shot is off the iron, no good by Miley Booth. And here come the Lady Cats, and this is the freshman, Riley Ivory, driving all the way but missing the layup. 16-5, score remains. Sulphur Springs on top. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Bounce pass, high post, into the corner it goes. Lady Cats
blocked
on the
by
zone
Cammie.
Defense, and Cammie
and
Schock.
There's a foul. 24.
Cammie Schock takes the ball away.
Nope, they got the other one. 13, is it? Okay. 31. 31 got the foul.
Okay, that is Miley Booth.
Great job inside. Like I say, getting that steal and playing hard.
Inbounds play on the baseline. There goes Kaylee Carter for Sulphur Springs. She drives and scores on the left side of the basket. Kaylee Carter with a huge first half for Sulphur Springs.
Yes.
She has 13 points.
She took that one, and she was going left, and they didn't get enough in her way.
18-5 Lady Cats. 6:52 to go in the first half. Brook Hill on offense in the front court. Jumper off the iron, no good. Rebound on the floor by Ivory for Sulphur Springs, the freshman. There she goes down the floor. Layup is off the iron, no good. And Brook Hill with the rebound. Here come the guard across midcourt. 18-5, the Lady Cats lead. Brook Hill on offense. Shot from the corner. Air ball taken by Cammie Schock on the rebound. A lot of rebounds for Cammie Schock in the first half.
She's controlling the middle. I like what I'm seeing from our freshman point guard. She's gone twice. She just needs to learn to hit the backboard on her layups.
Bounce pass low post to Cammie Schock. And the great pass there by Kyra Carter, and Cammie Schock with the bucket. Give her 5 points in the game. 20-5. The Lady Cats.
I think Cammie got hit in the nose. She might have a little nosebleed for a second, so the referee stopped that one right now. But good tempo for the Lady Cats and great aggression, if you would, inside the paint. We want the ball in the paint, and so far Brook Hill is satisfied with giving it to us by shooting. Again,
Brook Hill is a 9-3 TAPS team. That's the private school organization, but they beat Brownsboro 34-28. Lady Cats beat Brownsboro 24-17. Brook Hill beat Pittsburgh in Sulphur Springs District 53-42, and they beat Bullard 40-28.
Okay, Cammie's coming in, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to make him sub. I don't know that they got that solved, and they're not going to let you play bleeding.
Am I seeing a little blood coming from her?
She's got a little stopper in her nose and was going. So they're going to make her come out, I believe. Since they stopped play, she's going to have to come out for one possession.
Peyton Hogan in the ball game for Sulphur Springs. Shot from the corner by Brook Hill. Air ball and out of bounds, and it goes back to Sulphur Springs. Now Cammie Schock right back in there.
Yep, just got to stay for one possession when you stop that way.
Inbounds to Aaliyah Cheatham. They're still working in the backcourt. As man-to-man pressure here by Brook Hill, and they take it away. Loose ball picked up by the guard. Diagonal pass to the baseline, and going up for a shot is Mary Angel Venoost.
Number 3 on the foul for the Lady Cats.
And that's Aaliyah Cheatham with the foul.
But she did it without, wasn't a shooting foul, so.
Inbounds play. Shot on the high post is missed by Brook Hill. Cammie Schock the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Hogan. Lady Cats down the floor, and there's a shot by Riley Ivory, missed. Here comes Brook Hill on the run. Low post. Shot partially blocked by Aaliyah Cheatham. Rebound by India Williams for Brook Hill. And
that
a
was
foul.
Another one on Aaliyah, so she got caught. Coach Brian is over there telling her keep her hands straight up and not come down, because the Lady Cats are really bothering Brook Hill on the blocking and the shooting.
Second foul on Aaliyah Cheatham. India Williams now makes the first free throw, so she is 2 of 3. I've got them now 2 of 8.
Yeah, that's
on their
about
free
right.
throws.
Here comes Kyra Carter in for Aaliyah. So we got both Carters in. We got a good rotation.
Shot in and out. On the second shot at it is rebound. The offensive board taken for Brook Hill. And back up with the shot here is India Williams. And it's 20-8 with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Cammie Schock working in the backcourt against full court pressure. Across the midcourt line goes Riley Ivory, the freshman. Cammie Schock double teamed out near midcourt, and she finds wide open Kaylee Carter under the basket for a banker off the glass, 22-8.
That's a good job of passing. They had her trapped up top at free throw at the midcourt, and one of the defenders moved, and she threw a great pass.
17 points in the first half for Kaylee Carter. 3-pointer for Brook Hill off the mark. And they get the offensive board underneath. A wild shot put up over the head. That's a playground shot there.
Yep.
Miley
but
Booth.
we've got them intimidated in there. They're trying to shoot it quick. That's a great job of the Lady Cats really showing their aggression in there.
Again, the man-to-man full court pressure. Hogan in the game for Sulphur Springs. Gets it across midcourt, and they find Riley Ivory, the freshman, for a banker off the glass, 24-8. Lady Cats lead by 16, 4:05 to go first half. Brook Hill in the front court, 3-pointer, air ball. Offensive board taken, and the follow-up shot by India Williams is good. 24-10 and a foul. She made the basket, and did we catch who made the foul there for Sulphur Springs?
I'm looking because I thought they said had a double digit with a 1 on there, and I don't see 1 on there.
Free shot off the iron, no good. Cammie Schock going after the loose ball on the floor, and the ball belongs to Sulphur Springs.
Timeout by Coach Brian.
Brian Jones gets the timeout. 24-10. Lady Cats lead, 3:52 to go first half. This is Wildcats basketball on KSST. Big show by Kaylee Carter here in the first half for Sulphur Springs with 3 3-pointers. So that's 9, 11, 13. Make it 15. I gave her 17. I was trying to do it very quickly. So 15 points in the first half for Kaylee Carter.
I think I'm fixing to have to go, bro.
I understand.
I got to go with the
boys'
birthday. I may be back.
Well, let us hope so. All right, we'll see you later, we hope. All right, Tony Flippin. Great to have him in the house. 24-10. Lady, take care there, Tony. Lady Cats leading 24-10. Inbounds play on the baseline in the front court for Sulphur Springs. They get it into Cammie Schock. And now the three-pointer hard off the iron by Kyra Carter for Sulphur Springs. And coming back up the floor, Brook Hill, and there's a traveling call that goes against Zusha Mychek. Again, a lot of these players for Brook Hill are foreign players. They come from all over the world to attend the Christian school in Bullard. Brook Hill, one of the highly rated private schools and religious schools in East Texas. Shot missed by Cammie Schock inside. Couldn't get it to fall from about 6 feet. 24-10. Lady Cats lead as Brook Hill got the rebound. They come back up the floor. Here's a three-pointer for Brook Hill off the glass. No good. Rebound by Aaliyah Cheatham for Sulphur Springs, and she is fouled. Savannah Onley, I have it with the foul. That's her second foul. 2 team fouls against Brook Hill here in the quarter. Lady Cats have 3. You go to the bonus now on 5 in the quarter, and you shoot 2 shots. 24-10. Lady Cats on top. It is Cammie Schock who walks it up the floor here as Brook Hill has dropped back into their zone. Cammie Schock misses from the left side of the circle, left side of the free throw circle, and goes out of bounds back to Brook Hill. 24-10, the Lady Cats. 2.5 minutes to go first half. Great start for Sulphur Springs here tonight. Three-pointer from the top of the key for Brook Hill, way off the mark. And Kaylee Carter, the rebound for Sulphur Springs. To Cammie Schock. To Riley Ivory. Now Schock out beyond the three-point line. Holding the ball. It's a 2-3 zone here for Brook Hill. Just over 2 minutes to go first half. Lady Cats with a big lead, 24-10. Kaylee Carter flashing into the lane. They get it to her, but now she throws it away. And here comes Brook Hill. Driving up the floor. The layup is missed. Ball on the floor. And it's rebounded by Cammie Schock for Sulphur Springs. And we have a foul. I believe this is on Anna Chalbinska for Brook Hill, which would be her first. Again, some of these girls have very long hair, and principally among them, Riley Ivory, the Wildcats freshman, so sometimes hard to see that number. Lady Cats with the ball after the foul in the front court. The offensive foul against Brook Hill. And a bounce pass inside goes to Cammie Schock, and there's a foul. Foul was on the floor against Brook Hill. Lady Cats inbound on the baseline. Ivory gets it out to Cammie Schock. Now to Ivory, and Ivory with a three-pointer off the iron, no good. And Brook Hill coming back up the floor. And we have Kyra Carter stepping in to try to make a steal. Whistle. And the foul now goes against Brook Hill. As there was an exchange of the ball near midcourt that went back and forth a bit. Now Brook Hill is in the bonus, or the Lady Cats are in the bonus with 5 fouls committed by Brook Hill in the quarter. Kaylee Carter makes the first shot in this bonus situation. Carter had taken the ball away for the Lady Cats. Second shot rims out. We have Kaylee Carter now with 16 of the Lady Cats' 25 points here in the first half. Ball went out of bounds on that free throw. Missed free throw by Kaylee Carter, so Brook Hill inbounds it with a minute left to go in the first half, and Sulphur Springs leading 25-10. Great steal there by Kyra Carter, but it's taken back for Brook Hill. Kyra Carter, a leaping steal, but then could not control the ball. Here's a shot inside, missed, and the long rebound goes out to Ivory. Ivory driving up the floor and passes to Aaliyah Cheatham coming up from behind, and there's a traveling call against the Lady Cats with 39 seconds to go. Action fast and furious at Wildcat Gym. 33 seconds to go in the half. 25-10. Ball taken away by Kyra Carter. Carter on the dribble across the midcourt line with 25 seconds on the clock. Now to Riley Ivory, the freshman. Cross-court pass to Cammie Schock outside the three-point circle. Kaylee Carter on the near side to Cammie Schock. Ball on the baseline. Loose ball picked up by Riley Ivory. 4 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Long shot by Ivory is short of the mark. Just brushes the rim. But a great first half for Sulphur Springs. 25-10. 25-10. The Lady Cats leading at halftime over the Brook Hill Guard. Private school out of Bullard. And Lady Cats basketball continues after this on KSST. 16 points in the first half. Aaliyah Cheatham has 2, Riley Ivory has 2, and Cammie Schock has 5 for Sulphur Springs. For Brook Hill, India Williams we have with 4 points, Smiley Booth with 2, Zusha Mychek with 2, we might be missing somebody. Let's see, that's 6. No, I believe we've got them all. So India Williams with 6. I may have said 5. 6. Miley Booth with 2. Zusha Mychek with 2. Mychek is from Poland. Mary Angel Vinoost has parents from Netherlands, the Netherlands and Panama. They have another player, Anna Chalbinska, and I failed to get her country of origin from Jeremy Hubbard. But Brook Hill is a private school, a Christian school in Bullard. And they have students from all over the world attending Brook Hill. Foul situation, Aaliyah Cheatham has 2 for Sulphur Springs. The big concern is Kyra Carter with 3. Kaylee Carter, her twin sister, with the 16 points we mentioned in the first half, has 1. Riley Ivory, the freshman guard for the Lady Cats, has 1, and Cammie Schock has 1. For Brook Hill, we have Carmen Miller with 1, Savannah Onley with 2, Lila Morris with 1, Landry Fight with 1, Anna Chalbinska with 1, Miley Booth with 1, and Zusha Mychek with 2. Lady Cats led at 16-5 at the end of the first quarter, and they lead here at halftime 25-10. Impressive showing by the Lady Cats. And by the way, Sulphur Springs is missing 2 of their top senior players here tonight. Cody Rowland, we see on the bench, apparently has some sort of injury. And now we see, as a matter of fact, I believe this is Trinity Jefferson walking by on crutches. So not sure exactly what happened there. We'll see if we can talk to Brian Jones perhaps between games. But 2 players that Lady Cats would love to have on the floor here tonight. Cody Rowland, the point guard from last year's team, and Trinity Jefferson, a forward and really one of the top rebounders for the Lady Cats. But they're doing all right without them, 25-10. The lead over Brook Hill. By the way, the boys are playing after the Lady Cats here tonight. You still have time to come out and watch the second half of the Lady Cats game and then see the Wildcat boys take on Liberty Ilo, and we're expecting that to be a top game with Liberty Ilo coming in here 4-0 and Wildcats at 2-1. But we will have the broadcast of both games for you tonight on KSST, and we are streaming on YouTube. So you may want to look in on Matt Jansen's video of the game, which is streaming even now. And as a matter of fact, the head coach Jeremy Hubbard of Brook Hill came over and was interested in passing that information along to some of the parents. So we may have, Matt, some parents in Poland and the Netherlands watching the KSST stream, and if so, we welcome you. We're back underway, and Brook Hill inbounds, and it's taken away by Riley Ivory for the Lady Cats, and we have a blocking call here against one of the Brook Hill contingent. This may be Lila Morris. I believe it is Lila Morris who gets the foul for Brook Hill. Inbounds play on the baseline by Riley Ivory. She goes to Cammie Schock. And a violation against the Lady Cats that I did not pick up what that was. Did not see what it might have been. Brandon Faircloth came by and said hello here a few minutes ago during halftime. We see him about to walk past, back by again, the head coach of the Wildcat football team, coming off their best year since 2009 with a 10-3 record. Here's a shot from the corner by Brook Hill, and it is short and just brushes the net. But out of bounds off the Lady Cats, and Sulphur Springs will remain on defense here. Lady Cats in a man-to-man defense. Inbounds play for Brook Hill, and the shot from in front of the basket, no good. And again, Cammie Schock, the rebound for Sulphur Springs. Tall sophomore. Here comes Riley Ivory on the run, and her runner off the glass, no good. Brook Hill with the rebound, and the guard back down the floor. Baseline drive and a miss, but the shooter gets the ball back, and Brook Hill keeps the ball. Working in the front court right now in the corner. And they go to Savannah Onley. Pass in the corner. Baseline now is good. Baseline shot made there for Brook Hill by Zusha Majcik. 25-12. And apparently that was a two-pointer and not a three-pointer. I first thought that was a three-pointer. 25-12. The Lady Cats lead it by 13 points. Sulphur Springs in the front court. Riley Ivory whips a pass across court for Cammie Schock. And that's a three-pointer for Cammie Schock. Her second of the night, 28-12. The Lady Cats up by 16 points. I believe that's their biggest lead. Baseline shot off the iron, too hard for Brook Hill. Schock the rebound, gets it out to Kaylee Carter, and the Wildcats, Lady Cats come back up the floor. Aaliyah Cheatham with the shot inside, and she is fouled. Lila Morris with the foul, and it is Aaliyah Cheatham shooting two shots for Sulphur Springs. I think that three-pointer a moment ago by Cammie Schock has now been ruled a two-pointer because we're back to 27-12. Now make it 28-12 as Aaliyah Cheatham makes the first free throw. She has 3 points for the night. Second free throw coming. She was fouled in the act of shooting. 28-12 it is now. And the second shot in and out. And the rebound for Brook Hill as the guard come back up the floor working in the front court. The guard moving from our right to our left now here in the second half. Working the ball inside. Shot is up from 12 feet, in and out, no good, off the iron. And the rebound in the corner by one of the Carter twins. And the Lady Cats back up the floor. That's Kaylee Carter. Cross-court pass. And driving inside, knifing inside is Kyra Carter for Sulphur Springs. And Lady Cats get the offensive rebound, but the ball over the baseline, and it goes back to Brook Hill. 28-12 Sulphur Springs. 5:14 to go third quarter. Brook Hill working in the front court. It's taken away by Riley Ivory for Sulphur Springs. Foul against Brook Hill as Ivory was coming back up the floor. And I could not see who that foul was on, but that should be 3 fouls against Brook Hill in the quarter. We go to the bonus on the 5th and then shoot 2 shots under the new high school rules that came into effect, was it last year or year before last? 28-12, Sulphur Springs with a comfortable lead here against a good Brook Hill team. Lady Cats in the front court. Aaliyah Cheatham on the baseline right in front of us as we're working on the floor here tonight. Cammie Schock up with the shot off the glass. Great feed by Cheatham. No good, but Schock gets the rebound, and her follow-up shot is up and in. 30-12, the Lady Cats. Biggest lead at 18 points. 4:27 to go, third quarter. Brook Hill working the ball on offense. Here's a shot missed from in front of the basket there by Savannah Onley. And chasing it down in the corner is Riley Ivory for Sulphur Springs. To Cammie Schock, and Schock brings it across the midcourt line. Man-to-man defense for Brook Hill here. Kyra on the drive for Sulphur Springs. She goes to the floor. That's on Onley again. Now I have her with 3 fouls. Lila Morris also with 3 fouls as we have it for Brook Hill. Inbounds play for the Wildcats. Ivory on the dribble. Now to Cammie Schock, top of the key. Aaliyah Cheatham sets a pick. And a personal foul here called. I believe that was on Cheatham. Setting a screen that was a little too aggressive perhaps there. 30-12, the Lady Cats. Brook Hill in the front court. Here's a shot from the baseline, about 8 feet out, comes up short. A shot by India Williams. Lady Cats back down the floor, driving to the basket, but the ball over the baseline out of bounds, and Sulphur Springs will keep the ball. And it's Riley Ivory who inbounds. To Cammie Schock. Now Ivory from the baseline. Shot off the iron, no good. Aaliyah Cheatham over the back on the attempted rebound there. So that now we have that as 4 on Aaliyah Cheatham. And she goes to the bench. And coming into the ballgame, Peyton Hogan, sophomore. Lady Cats look like they're going to a 2-3 zone here with a 30-12 lead. 3:17 to go, third quarter. Brook Hill working in the front court. And Ivory, the takeaway for Sulphur Springs, back down the floor. The layup falls. Riley Ivory, her second bucket of the night. 32-12, a 20-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Ivory going for another steal, knocks it free. Another steal, knocks it free. High post, shot off the iron, no good. By India Williams. Lady Cats will get the ball back here as it went over the baseline, and Cammie Schock will inbound for Sulphur Springs with a 20-point lead at 32-12. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Man-to-man full court pressure by Brook Hill. Peyton Hogan takes the pass over the midcourt line, driving in, and being fouled is Riley Ivory for Sulphur Springs. Mary Angel Venoost gets the foul for Brook Hill. Young lady who has parents from Panama and the Netherlands. Riley Ivory misses the first shot for Sulphur Springs here. 2-shot situation, fouled in the act of shooting, or they have now gone to the bonus, haven't they? So they, with 5 fouls, they are with the 5 fouls. She misses the second shot, so she missed them both. And the team shoots the bonus. It's a 2-shot bonus when the defensive team goes to 5 fouls in the quarter. And Ivory missed both shots. Now in the front court, Brook Hill. Ball out of bounds over on the far side, off the Lady Cats, and with a 32-12 lead, Sulphur Springs on defense here. Inbounds play for Brook Hill. They work it in the front court from the corner on the near side. In and out, twice on the rim. Rebound on the offensive board for Brook Hill. Shot blocked by Cammie Schock on the follow-up. And here come the Lady Cats leading 32-12. Great defense by Sulphur Springs. Under 2 minutes to go. Third quarter, Cammie Schock down low, goes up with the shot. Fouled, and she is going to be shooting 2 shots. Carmen Miller, her second foul for Brook Hill. Cammie Schock at the line. Shot good. I have Cammie Schock now with 11 points. Second shot, also good. Great form. 12 points for Cammie Schock, the Lady Cat sophomore. 34-12. 22-point lead is the biggest of the night for Sulphur Springs. Brook Hill on offense in the front court. Angle on the left side, driving in, down low, forcing up a shot. Landry fight, and it misses the rim, and here come the Lady Cats. And a long shot from outside. Riley Ivory way outside the three-point marker. Off the back iron, no good. Lady Cats on defense here, and it's taken away by Kaylee Carter for Sulphur Springs. Back down the floor to Kyra. Up with the three. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound by Landry Fight for Brook Hill. Back down the floor, the guard, and a layup shot is good here for Brook Hill. And I believe that was Onley with that layup for Brook Hill. 34-14. They take the ball away again. Shot from inside is no good, and the rebound for Sulphur Springs on the floor outside by Kaylee Carter. Carter has the ball taken away as she gets into the front court. Here comes Brook Hill again. Underneath, shot is missed, but the follow-up shot here for Brook Hill by Carmen Miller is good. 34-16, they have cut that lead down now from 20 points to 18 points. Full court pressure for Brook Hill. Ball knocked free at midcourt, picked up by Peyton Hogan for Sulphur Springs to Ivory to Kaylee Carter. Kyra Carter it is, and making a move to the basket, and she is traveling. 1.7 seconds showing in the third quarter. And Brook Hill rolls the ball to midcourt to try to stop the clock from expiring, and they get a shot off from about 30 feet out that's way off the mark. 34-16, Sulphur Springs at the end of the third quarter. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by BT Medical, Sulphur Springs Dodge, Hooten's Hardware, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Alliance Bank, and the University Interscholastic League. We go to the fourth quarter with Sulphur Springs a healthy 34-16 lead over a very formidable Brook Hill team. Lady Cats working in the front court. There's a bounce pass attempted to go to Kyra Carter by Cammie Schock, but Carter cannot control it, goes over the baseline. Brook Hill gets the ball back. Into the front court they go. Brook Hill, high post, now pass down to the baseline. A shot just brushes the net. Offensive board taken by Brook Hill. And another shot up and no good. And now the rebound by Kaylee Carter for Sulphur Springs. Underneath the Brook Hill basket, and she is fouled. I have that as Carmen Miller with the foul. If so, that would be her third foul. It's the first foul of the quarter against Brook Hill. Lady Cats inbound on the baseline underneath the Brook Hill basket. Man-to-man press here by Brook Hill. Peyton Hogan, pass underneath for Kyra Carter, and the shot good off the glass by Kyra Carter, and a great feed there by the sophomore Peyton Hogan. 36-16. 20-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats take it away. This is Riley Ivory, the freshman, coming back up the floor after the steal. And ball knocked out of bounds. Lady Cats have the inbounds play. Cammie Schock inbounds. And she gets it into Peyton Hogan. Now to Kaylee Carter. High post it goes to Cammie Schock. Makes a nice move. Puts a shot up from 12 feet off the iron. No good. Rebound by Brook Hill. Back down the floor. Down the baseline with the drive. No good. But a whistle and play is stopped. And the foul on Kaylee Carter. Sulphur Springs, a blocking call. And going to the line for Brook Hill, this is Mariangel Venoost. Shot on the way and rims out. Their free throw shooting has not been good tonight. Second shot coming. 6:46 to go in the ball game. Shot too hard off the iron, but the offensive board is taken for Brook Hill. A whistle. And I believe that was a tie ball, and the arrow pointing in the direction of Brook Hill. So they will inbound on the baseline. Underneath their own basket. Get it in. And the baseline shot is good from the right side of the key. And that shot for Brook Hill by Landry Fight. 36-18. And Brook Hill with the steal coming back up the floor. Going in for a shot. And a whistle and a foul. That must have been a traveling call there against Brook Hill because the ball goes back to Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats inbound on the baseline. Coming back up the floor. Loose ball. And a scramble for the basketball near midcourt. And the ball is ruled in possession of Brook Hill. Again, I believe we had a tie ball there. Shot from outside, no good. Rebound underneath the basket for Brook Hill. A whistle and a foul. I have this on Kaylee Carter of Sulphur Springs, and if so, that's her third. 36-18, the Lady Cats lead. Two-shot situation here. Young lady with long hair down her back, hard to pick up that number. She makes one of two, makes the second shot, and that is Carmen Miller. Give her 3 points in the ballgame. 36-19, Lady Cats lead, and we find Peyton Hogan wide open under the basket for a banker for two for Sulphur Springs. 38-19, Lady Cats. 19-point lead. Ball taken away for Sulphur Springs by Kaylee Carter. As Brook Hill working on offense in the front court. Can't control the ball. Cammie Schock out near midcourt. Now to Riley Ivory driving. Dumps it off in the corner to Hogan. Hogan misses the three, but Ivory gets the rebound. And she is going to be fouled as she was attempting to shoot. Two-shot situation here, and Riley Ivory makes the first. She has 5 points in the ball game. Second shot, also good. 40-19, a 21-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Their biggest has been 22 tonight. Shot from outside for Brook Hill. Loose ball on the floor near the baseline. Bounce pass and a shot off the glass, no good, but the long rebound goes to Brook Hill way outside, and they retain possession of the basketball with just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Shot from outside, no good, and the rebound underneath by Brook Hill, and we have a whistle and a foul. Mass substitutions now coming into the ball game for Brook Hill. I believe all 5 players going to the bench and 5 new players coming on. Peyton Hogan, who made her first varsity basket just a moment ago, getting hugs as she comes to the bench for the Lady Cats. Aaliyah Cheatham back in the ball game. 40-19, Sulphur Springs. Brook Hill working the ball in the front court, and it's taken away by the freshman Riley Ivory, who's made a great showing here tonight for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats into the front court, and it's taken away by Brook Hill, now taken back by Kaylee Carter. Or is that Kyra Carter? That was Kyra Carter on the basket for Sulphur Springs. And that gives her 4 points all here in the fourth quarter. 42-19, that's the biggest lead at 23 points. Shot missed inside from about 6 feet. Cammie Schock with the rebound for the Lady Cats, and she has had a huge night on the boards this evening, just dominated the boards for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats coming back up the floor. Kaylee Carter ahead to Aaliyah Cheatham. Into the front court now, back to Cammie Schock near the midcourt circle. And there's the freshman knifing inside. Riley Ivory with a banker no good and a whistle and a foul. Lila Morris draws the foul here. I have that as her 4th foul. Aaliyah Cheatham at the line for Sulphur Springs. 3 fouls against Brook Hill in the fourth quarter here. Aaliyah with the first free throw here. She has 4 points in the game, the Lady Cats senior. Second shot coming. Lady Cats drop 4 girls back on defense here as Aaliyah Cheatham eyes the basket, misses the second shot. 24-point lead for Sulphur Springs, and that is their biggest of the night. 43-19. Just under 4 minutes to go. Baseline shot off the iron, no good. Offensive board taken for Brook Hill by Savannah Onley, and she is fouled. First shot is made here by Savannah Onley for Brook Hill. Second shot coming, and it is also good. Onley with 4 points in the game. 43-21, 22-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Cammie Schock gets it to Aaliyah Cheatham, and then back to Riley Ivory, and Ivory back to Cheatham for the banker off the glass. Great ball movement there by Sulphur Springs, 45-21. Back to that 24-point lead, their biggest of the night. Over 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Missed shot here by Brook Hill. And the ball over the baseline and belongs to the Lady Cats. 24-point lead for Sulphur Springs against this 9-3 Brook Hill team. And Sulphur Springs without 2 of its senior players here tonight. Missed shot here by Riley Ivory. Lady Cats without Cody Rowland and Trinity Jefferson. Bounce pass down low for Brook Hill, and there is a banker off the glass by Zusha Mychek. And Mychek has 6 points in the game. Lady Cats misses shot. Aaliyah Cheatham got the rebound and then had the ball stripped away. 45-23 Sulphur Springs. Bounce pass down low for Mychek. Misses the shot. And a follow-up shot no good. And now the rebound to the Lady Cats. And someone for Sulphur Springs either stepped on the line there or traveled one. Ball goes back to Brook Hill with a baseline inbounds play. They get it in, working in the front court. Baseline shot is good for Brook Hill. And making the shot there, it's Lila Morris. That's her first basket of the night. Lady Cats back down the floor. Ball taken away on a pass from Aaliyah Cheatham, intended for Kaylee Carter. Knifing inside. Brook Hill, and a foul against Sulphur Springs. I think this is Riley Ivory who got the foul. If that was the case, that's her second. First shot is missed by India Williams. And a timeout called here with 2:04 left to go in the ball game, and Sulphur Springs up by 20, 45-25. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Sulphur Springs leading 45-25, a 20-point lead late in the fourth quarter here. I'll tell you something that just occurred to me a short time ago. Rainey Johnson has not played for the Wildcats, Lady Cats, tonight. And she is in uniform, but for whatever reason, she has not played. So there are three normal starters for Sulphur Springs who have not been on the floor this evening. Cody Rowland, Trinity Jefferson, and Rainey Johnson. And I'm not sure why Rainey Johnson has not played, because as I say, she is in uniform, looking at her right now. But for whatever reason, she has not. Cody Rowland and Trinity Jefferson not in uniform this evening. Here's the second shot of that two-shot situation by India Williams, and she makes the second shot. 45-26, 19-point lead for Sulphur Springs, under 2 minutes to go. Lady Cats working against the full court pressure, back up the floor. They beat the press. By the way, for Sulphur Springs, Celeste McCoy, the senior, in the ball game now for the first time tonight. Ivory to Shock on a high pass on the post. Then down to Aaliyah Cheatham. Her shot no good. And the rebound to Brook Hill. Down the floor in a hurry with the layup, shot no good. And a follow-up shot no good for Brook Hill. And a loose ball on the floor picked up by the Lady Cats. Coming back up the floor. And again, that full court pressure here. And a timeout called for by Brian Jones, the head coach of the Lady Cats, to possibly prevent a traveling call or a tied ball call there against Sulphur Springs. Celeste McCoy had the ball taken away from her. 45-26, a 19-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Really expected this to be a very competitive game. One reason is that, of course, first of all, Brook Hill is 9-3, Lady Cats 8-2. But Brook Hill beat Brownsboro here early in the season, 34-28. Lady Cats beat Brownsboro 24-17. Both very low-scoring games, but comparable scores. Brook Hill beat Pittsburgh out of Sulphur Springs District 53-42, beat Bullard 40-28. So this is a really impressive showing here tonight by the Lady Cats against what we think is a pretty good Brook Hill private school TAPS team. Lady Cats turn the ball over here, trying to get a pass in on the inbounds play to Aaliyah Cheatham. 1:13 to go. Brook Hill on offense in the front court. There's a runner that misses the rim, and Aaliyah Cheatham with the rebound for Sulphur Springs. Closely contested, double-teamed in the backcourt. Lady Cats still trying to get it across the midcourt line. Cammie Shock near midcourt, very close to that 10-second call. Now a loose ball, and it is a 10-second call. Or over and back it is. Lady Cats got it across the midcourt line and then went back into the backcourt. So over and back with 51 seconds left to go. But Sulphur Springs safely in front here by 19. 45-26. There's a three-pointer attempted and no good by Lila Morris. She chases it down in the corner, and Brook Hill keeps the ball. Stripping the ball for the Lady Cats, the freshman guard Riley Ivory. Loose ball as they scrap for it, and it looks like this foul will go on Zusha Mychek for Brook Hill. That'll be her third foul. And the Lady Cats will inbound with 37 seconds to go. Wildcat boys have a game coming up after this one against Liberty Ilo, and we'll have the broadcast of that game for you also here on KSST, also streaming on YouTube. 45-26, Sulphur Springs. Ivory with the ball near midcourt, closely guarded, throws it away, back down the floor, and now Cammie Schock comes up with it for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats back down the floor with under 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Kaylee Carter to Cammie Schock. Now coming around and taking a pass from Schock is Riley Ivory, and Lady Cats going to allow now the clock to expire with under 5 seconds to go. That's it, 45-26, the final. Sulphur Springs a 19-point victory over Brook Hill tonight. Lady Cats had a lead of as much as 24 points in this ball game here in the second half. So we'll come back and wrap this one up and get ready for the boys' game against Liberty Ilo when Lady Cats basketball continues after this on KSST. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Sulphur Springs wins 45-26 over Brook Hill this evening. The scoring for Sulphur Springs as we have it unofficially, Aaliyah Cheatham had 6, Kaylee Carter had 16, all in the first half. Kyra Carter had 4. Freshman Riley Ivory had 6. Cammie Schock had 12, and Peyton Hogan had 2 points for Sulphur Springs. For Brook Hill, we have Carmen Miller with 3, Savannah Onley with 4, Lila Morris with 2, Landry Fight with 2, India Williams with 7, Miley Booth with 2, and Zusha Mychek with 6. But it's a 19-point win for Sulphur Springs. They had a lead as big as 24 points in the second half. Lady Cats go to 9-2. Brook Hill will be 9-4 now. And we're going to have the Wildcat boys game against Liberty Ilo coming up here in just a very few minutes. So we're going to send it back to the KSST studios to hear from some of our outstanding sponsors, who are, by the way, BT Medical, Sulphur Springs Dodge, Hooten's Hardware, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, City National Bank, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Alliance Bank, and the University Interscholastic League. Back in just a very few minutes with the Wildcat boys game versus the Liberty Ilo Leopards here on KSST.